Hello my friends, we're in the sewing room. We're going to do a sewing project today and I wanted to bring you along, let you see what I've been working on. I am making these totes and I'm going to start and show you today how to make a Valentine tote. Now this is perfect for Valentine's Day. You can slip a box of chocolates in here or your kids' Valentines to carry to school, or you could put a romance novel in here or a journal. But iPad, a Kindle would fit in here nicely. These are so easy to make and they're quilted so they look really pretty and old. So I'm going to show you step by step how to make these. And then I've been really busy in the sewing room. I've been making these for Mother's Day to sell. And these are floral journal totes. And I've ordered a case of journals. So each tote will have a journal and a pen. And they've got these nice handles and you can journal and using your pretty tote. But I thought this would be really pretty for Mother's Day. So that's coming soon and I'll let you know probably towards the end of February, into March, where you can order these. Then getting closer to Christmas, I'm also making book sleeves. And this is for those people that love to read. You can buy a book, slip it right in here, and it's like the gift packaging and the protection of the book all in one. And these are beautiful prints that I picked up before Christmas, so I'm working on those too. So that's to come in the fall. But let's get busy today and let me just show you how easy it is to make. You're going to need to cut out a 10 by 12 pattern, and this is just wrapping paper. I just cut this one pattern out. You're going to need to cut 2 pieces of a front for your tote and 2 pieces of lining. And you're also going to need to cut out 2 handles, and this is 14 inches by 3 inches, and I'll show you how to make the handles. And then you're going to need just a small piece to make a heart. Now this heart is going to be drawn. I've got some Pellon ironed on here. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to sew it with a piece of batting to the back, turn it, and it makes this really pretty heart. And I just hand basted some lace around, and then I'll show you how to attach it to the back. But just, it's puffy, it's quilted, it just looks really nice on the front of your bags. So let's get busy. I'm going to show you step by step how to make these. All right, here is the 10 by 12 piece of fabric with the batting pinned to it. And I found my center point at the top. So we're going to quilt this piece. It's really easy. You can machine quilt it. Turns out perfect every time. So you want to start in your center. We're just going to machine quilt this very quickly. And I am using a pretty wavy stitch. I think that just looks really much more pretty than a straight line stitch. All right. So we are going to go ahead and just go straight down the bottom, right down the middle. All right, I am sewing straight down that center line, and then once I get down the center line, I'm going to take it out and position it, measuring 1.5 inches from that center line. I want all my lines straight and the same amount of space between each line. So 1.5 inches is what I used. And I did 2 rows on either side of that center point. Then I flipped the fabric and did the other side. So I'm going to do this with the front and the backs of all of the 5 bags that I have cut out. All right, once all the fronts have been quilted, then we can move on to adding that heart applique. And it's really nice and puffy, and the lace just really sets it off, and it's easy to do. I've got a rectangle piece of fabric. I've ironed on some interfacing. I'm going to take that heart that I cut out. I just freehand cut that out of some paper, and I'm going to trace around on top of that interfacing, and I'm going to leave a little, about a 2.5 inch gap, and that's what we're going to use to turn the heart inside out. I'm just going to mark all the way around the heart. And I'm going to take that piece of batting that I've got cut out there, and we're going to attach that to this and then sew all of these layers together. So right sides together, fold that in half, pin it in place with the batting on the bottom, And then we're going to go over to the sewing machine and sew all the way around, but leaving that gap so that we can turn this heart. So here we are on the sewing machine. Pivot at that point, and then just go around very carefully, making sure that you stay in the lines. And then we're going to leave that opening. We're going to trim all that excess off after we're finished sewing, and then turn it. Okay, you can see we've sewn it all the way around. Take the pins out, and we're going to trim this up. And then we turn it, and you can see it's a little tedious, but you can use your chopstick and get all those points out and those curves out. We're going to tuck that hole back under, and I did go with hand thread and needle and just close up that gap, and then I hand basted with again needle and thread, that lace around it. Just holds it in place until we can sew it to the front of our bag. Now I like to measure to make sure I'm getting it right in the center of this rectangle piece, and it's even on both sides before I pin it in place. So it looks good there for me, and I'm going to put a couple of pins just to hold it in place, and then we're going to sew right along on the inside of that heart, and it will catch that ribbon that's going around the heart. We're going to sew just around that edge on the machine. All right, I've got it lined up. I'm going to take some nice slow stitches and just go all the way around this heart, pivoting right here. Pick up your presser foot, switch it around, and then go all the way around the heart, and that finishes it off. And that is a really pretty easy step to do, and I like the batting behind the heart. It really does make it stand out on this piece. All right, once you've sewn all the way around, you can take it out of the machine and pull out those pins. And next we're going to go ahead and make our tote bag. We're going to match the back to the front, right sides together. And you can see I've trimmed around those edges. Got them nice and even now, but I'm just using clips to do the two sides and the bottom. So we're going to sew all the way around both sides and the bottom, leaving the top open, and we're going to flip that through just like this. And then I'll take my chopstick and push those corners out. And I also went over to the iron and just kind of pressed this out flat, just to make it a little bit more flatter. Now I'm going to take my lining right sides together, and we're going to sew this together. Okay, I'm going to put my clips just like I did the front of the bag, and clips on this side, but we're going to leave about a 3-inch gap right along one side for turning. And you're going to have to turn your whole bag through that opening, so a good 3 inches is what you need there. All right, we've sewn all the way around, left that opening there, and I'm going to clip those corners down at the bottom. Then we're going to take our bag and slide it right sides together into the lining, just like that. Slide it all the way down to the very bottom of that lining, and then we're going to sew across the top. So we will be turning this through that hole that we left in the lining, and you'll see it's kind of a little magic step. It looks so pretty when it's finished. So right sides together, pushing that bag into the lining, and then I'm going to open up my seams on the side and clip them, match those two seams. Put a clip there, open up this seam and the one on the inside and put a clip there. All right, we're getting ready to sew, but we got to wait and get our handles made. So we've got 2 handles we need to make, and let me show you how easy that is. So I have my 14 by 3 inch strip. We're going to fold it in half and press that edge down, and then fold the other, press it down to the middle, press it, and then fold it in half again. And so you have a nice strap with a nice finished edge. We're going to go sew that edge down, put some clips in to hold it. Now you could put some interfacing, iron-on interfacing on that before. This fabric that I had was very sturdy. It's almost like upholstery material, so I did not need to do that. All right, I left my raw edges on the ends. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to slide it in, and then using about an inch and a half from either seam, I'm going to clip this handle in place. Just like that. And so I measure the other side about an inch and a half, and then I'm going to put a clip there, and you're going to do that on both sides of your bag. So you will not see those raw edges at all when we turn it. Again, fold your handle in half, tuck it into the bag, measure, or you can line it up with the existing handles now. We're going to sew all the way around this bag, leaving no opening. Just sew straight through all the way around. I did about a 5/8 inch seam on this one and just went completely around that tote bag. Then you're going to go back and trim up those raw edges and those handles off. Make a nice smooth edge. Just carefully moving along, moving your clips and making sure you catch both of those layers. So that's a pretty simple process. It finishes that top edge off for you. And I'll show you what we do after we sew it. I'm going to trim off those edges there, make it a little bit thinner. All right, so now we go to that hole that we left, and we're going to start pulling. You have to play the tug of war game a little bit with it, but be very gentle and just pull it all the way through. Both pieces are going to come right through that hole, the lining and the bag. And then your handles will pop out. There you go. And then we're going to push out that lining using the chopstick, and then go back and sew up that hole that is on the side that we used to turn. And all I did was just take it to the machine and just sew right down that little side and close that up. You're not going to see that. That is inside of the bag. Okay, just make sure everything is out. We're going to stitch up that hole. Once you've done that, then you can push your lining into the bag. And I love these colors. They go so well together. So push that in. I went and took it to the ironing board and ironed all the way around before I pinned on that lace. There it is. Looks nice. All right, I've got my lace pinned on. Again, I'm going back to the machine. I've changed out my top color to a color to match that lace. And I'm just going to straight stitch all the way around the top on top of that lace, right along the edge of the top of the bag. And that just finishes it off. That lace adds so much to it. It's a really pretty antique color lace, and I just think it really adds to the bag. So this is a really easy bag to make. You can make it many different kind of styles for Easter or Christmas. It's just really nice. Trim off all your threads, but there is the finished bag. You may want to press it again a little bit to get everything to lay down nice and flat. But I love these Valentine bags, and so stay tuned, because over the next couple of months I will be selling these Mother's Day spring bags, so you don't want to miss that. I'll give you more information. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all, and like and share this video with others. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.